Hi, hello, welcome and namaste. Myself, Shalini. I have been part of Pyramid Valley International as a support team for the digital content and communications. I'm happy to be here on this day one of Breath by Breath. Pyramid Valley International is an international meditation center where we teach meditation and spiritual science to one and all. A lot of visitors and spiritual seekers come into this meditation center for learning spiritual science. As part of that, we've been organizing a lot of residential and online programs. And one such program is this Breath by Breath. We teach Anapanasati Dhyan. Anapanasati means being with our breath. So in this 15-day session, we will be understanding what is the significance of breath, why we should observe our breath, what is the connection between our breath and the mind. Because ultimately, we do meditation to calm our mind. How the mind plays the role. We will be understanding everything in detail in this 15-day online program. Pyramid Valley International is situated in Bangalore in the lush green scenery amidst of mountains. So this is an energetic spot where people come here for their inner transformation. Brahmarshi Patriji, who is the founder of this, has been striving hard from 40 years to take this word of meditation, vegetarianism, pyramid energy, and spiritual science to one and all. He always emphasized on satsang, where people with all like-minded, because we are all in that spiritual frequency. That is the reason we have joined here online together. So we are here to know more for our spiritual quest and also for group meditations. When we do meditation in the group, the energies and the vibes are more. So I wish everyone to experience the taste of the nectar of meditation, especially group meditation. For whoever have been starting their meditation journey from this session today onwards, all the very best for your spiritual journey. This session, Breath by Breath online program, will be conducted by Sai Kripa Sagar sir, who is currently the managing trustee of Pyramid Valley International. He had an interest into this spiritual field since 2 decades. He had been from the technological background, and I would say he was a person who initiated the digital part of PSSM as well as Pyramid Valley. He is an avid meditator and an explorer. When he understood and tasted the benefits of this, he wanted to take this to everyone. So that is the reason he had come up with this online program, Breath by Breath. we will be listening about various spiritual topics from Sai Sagar sir, who's been into meditation and been with Patriji for nearly about 20 years. So it's our fortune to know many more spiritual subjects from him. So make sure we all join here every day for the next 15 days and experience the wisdom and meditation in the group energies. I welcome Sagar sir to take it forward.
Yeah, thank you, Shalini. Good morning, my dear friends. Good morning, masters. Able to hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Shalini. Shalini has been part of the faculty team and the communications. She leads the communications function for Pyramid Valley International. And I'm also happy to have Manusha, who's also part of the faculty team at Pyramid Valley. She does a lot of workshops. So both of them are great meditators in themselves, and then they've been helping with a lot of Pyramid Valley programs. So glad to be here. And this is one of my favorite subjects. More than the, I'm delivering this program more or different than the capacity, not in the capacity of managing trustee of Pyramid Valley, but more as an avid spiritual scientist. That's what Patriji made all of us. When Patriji, I know some of you might have met Patriji. So anyone goes to him, he says, sit and meditate and everything will happen. So coming from a research and engineering background, I was always curious, how come? Just sit and observe your breath, everything happens. And then I started investigating, then I started researching, experimenting, reading a lot of books. And my role at Pyramid Valley helped me to meet thousands of meditators, understand their experiences, and conducting such programs. I mean, by the end of this, you will also hear a lot of experiences, a lot of magical experiences that happens just by observing the breath. All right, friends, so thank you for joining, and we'll get started. So every day, I'm going to start with, we're going to have a little bit of exercise for our fingers. So now, I know all of you are on your phones or your laptop. I just want you to type the answers to a couple of questions that I'm going to ask on the chat window. Number one, where are you from? Just type the place, the city or the country from where you are. Let me open the chat window. Wonderful. Bengaluru, Pune, Cupertino, Melbourne, Ahmedabad, Sydney, Bijapur, Toronto, Bangalore, New York, Machilipatnam, UP, Maryland, Bangalore, Delhi, very good, Ahmedabad, Pune, but currently now Dubai, okay, Atlanta, super, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, wonderful. So we have people joining in from a lot of different places in India, as well as around the globe, stretching from east, Sydney, Melbourne, to all the way to the west. We had people from Atlanta. I mean, I've not seen anyone far west in the US. So wonderful. And then on the east coast of the Americas as well. And we have Europe. We have not much of Europe, but quite a bit of Dubai. Okay, wonderful. Thanks for taking time. Belgium in Europe, wonderful. So I know it's pretty early there for you, sir. So wonderful to have all of you. I know all of you are making a commitment to learn and practice something new, and we will live to the truest of expectations. And we have someone far west from California, USA as well. Wonderful. So thank you. And one last question for today. I want to know how many of you are new to any practice of meditation. So if you are new, just type new. Or if you have been practicing meditation, just type how many months or how many years it's been. So if you've been practicing for 1 year, you can just type 1 year, this 2 years, 4 years. Okay, good. 2 months, 1 month, more than 1.5 years, 5 months, 6 months, more than 1 year, 2 years. Yeah, there are quite a few people who attended the earlier programs as well. Okay, practicing Anasamanasati 1 year, 6 months. Very good. So wonderful, my dear friends. So thank you. So there are quite a few people new to meditation, quite a few people who've been doing meditation for a while, which is all fine. For those of you who've been doing meditation, whatever form of meditation, Anapanasati meditation, I want you to reset your experience. Though your experience will count, I want you to begin this program with a curious beginner's mind. In Buddhism, they have something called a beginner's mind. Beginner's mind is always being curious about something, right? So I don't know this, let me be curious, let me understand what it is, right? So just drop the learnings of how you did meditation, how you practiced meditation earlier, and just tag along with me and the rest of the group, though your past experience will definitely help you. So before I start talking about the most important part, this program is all about breath. It's all about breathing. People wouldn't have thought about this thing about there is going to be a course, there's going to be a session on breathing. Breath is so basic, so boring that it happens automatically, right? It continues to happen every moment of our lives. The unfortunate thing, for reasons that I'm going to cover later, we'll talk more about why focusing on the breath, why understanding breath and doing the right way of breathing is going to help. So I'd like to start off with a story. There's an ancient teaching in India. It's part of the yogic story. So there was a conference of the human faculties. Human faculties in a sense, 5 senses, including thoughts, or plus thoughts, 6 senses, right? The 5 senses plus the mind. So all the 6 senses gathered together for a meeting. And as usual, when you have a meeting, you need to select a person to head the meeting, right? To chair the meeting. So first, they started to decide on or debate on who's going to be the chairman or chairperson for the meeting. So everybody, each of the senses took its own bit, right? First, sight said, I need to be the chair of the meeting because I am the most important faculty. And then it showed wonderful images, wonderful visionary, wonderful visions for everyone. People got delighted. Other senses got delighted in it. Said, I am the most powerful. Right? And then the hearing, ears. So it came up and said, no, nothing in the life is as important as hearing. And then it weaved wonderful melodies, super divine melodies. People got into a trance state, right? So it said, I am the best of all the senses. And then smell, nose. It said, no, I am going to be the chairman of the meeting. And then it weaved in a lot of wonderful aromas where people forgot all other senses. They got very deep sunk into the sensations of smell. And then taste, that's one of the other senses. It came about and said, it laid out astounding and delectable flavors of all the cuisines of the world. Without taste, there isn't much life, right? And then the body, which is touch, brought about wonderful physical sensations. And it delighted the people with those sensations. And so people just forgot themselves. So that there is this body which is touch, your taste, your smell, your sight, and then ears. And then thought, which is pretty much aligned to our breathing, right? So thought, the mind spun up wonderful intellectual theories, wonderful concepts. It said, no, without mind, without thought, there isn't life. But then sitting in one corner was the breath. It was not even one of the senses, right? And it said, I wanted to be in charge of the meeting. And everyone said, what? You are the most simple, boring breath, and you want to be in charge of the meeting? See how we are able to be creating those sensations in each one of the persons. The breath, no one allowed the breath to even come near the table. It didn't even allow. So the breath started to slowly, felt very dejected and started walking away from the table. Slowly, one of the senses, one by one, the senses lost their life. Right? So without breath, without consciousness, there is no taste, there is no hearing, there is no sight, there is no feeling, there is no thoughts, there is no smell. So as breath started walking away, as people felt lifeless, then slowly everyone caught hold of the breath and said, no, you are the most important. Come and chair the meeting. So we're going to talk about that most important facet of our life, breath. And Brahmarshi Patriji, he always says, breath is your guru. When I started off in his path 20 years ago, I didn't understand why does he say that. But now, after a couple of decades, breath teaches us a lot of things. And we are going to the next 15 days course, we are going to learn from breath. How breath helps us heal, how breath helps us manage our emotions, how just being with the breath helps us get the right thoughts at the right moment, how breath helps us leverage our intuitiveness, how breath helps us realize the truths of impermanence, of oneness, right? Of the reality or the benefit of letting go. So that's what we're going to talk, but we're going to do a lot of exercises throughout the 15 days. I'm sure all of you have heard a lot of breath exercises as well. So without much ado, let me just. So today we're going to do a few basic initial exercises just to lay the foundation for what we want to do. I hope you're able to see the slides. Yes, wonderful. So first, Charlie spoke about Pyramid Valley, and all of us in Pyramid Valley wouldn't be in existence. We wouldn't have been meeting. This whole platform has been created by this amazing person. Deep respects and gratitude to Brahmarshi Patriji, founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement and thousands of pyramid centers across the world. And he brought us the wonderful, simple practice of Anapanasati meditation. He taught us a lot. He kind of gave us a lot of knowledge, wisdom from books. And his sole mission in life was to kind of spread 4 things to everyone. One is Anapanasati, which is breath mindfulness meditation. Number 2, vegetarianism. Number 3, pyramid energy. And number 4 is spiritual science. So he was the person who took the philosophy and the entertaining or the what to say the mythology out of spirituality and got it into more the scientific minds. He always brought spirituality with a scientific perspective. So that's what is there. And then so we're going to cover a lot of wisdom from him. And while Brahmarshi Patriji popularized Anapanasati Sutta, it was Gautam Buddha who originally found the only solution to all our sufferings is just by being with our breath. We will cover more on one of the days. Anapanasati Sutta is a book is a set of 16 sutras that talk about breathing and how you've got to be with your breath, breathing with how just by being with your breath, you manage your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, and understand the truth. So we'll talk about it. So thanks again to great masters like Gautam Buddha. And then most of the exercises and the science behind what I'm going to talk and what we are going to cover during this class is going to be coming up from mostly these 4 books and our ancient practice of pranayama. Right, so there are these books, Breath by James Nestor, Breath by Breath, which is English articulation, wonderful English articulation of Anapanasati Sutras. It covers every sutra in detail. And Conscious Breathing, again, another science-packed, evidence-packed, new age book on how we need to breathe. And then we'll cover some of the aspects today in terms of what happens because of incorrect breathing. And of course, the healing power of breath, another great book that has a lot of science and evidence on breathing. All right. So with that, let's get into the initial steps here. Let me just switch. Okay, so first thing, let's start off with the posture. There are 3 primary things that I told you. So one is the posture, the right way of breathing, and then what happens when you breathe, what do you observe when you breathe, right? So now, there is a right way of breathing and there is a wrong way of breathing. Before that, the posture that we're going to adopt for most of the sessions is you need to just make sure your back is supported enough for people who have back issues. Or if you're able to sit straight, you can sit straight, right? Make sure your back is straight in the sense, maintain the natural curvature, no stiffness, all right? And then just a comfortable position. And people can sit on the floor or sit on the chair cross-legged. I mean, cross-legged at your ankle, all of you know that. But more of the time, just make sure your back is straight. See, we have this perception that when I keep my back straight, I'll get my back pain or hip pain. The answer to that problem is our body is built to rest our back straight, right? So we have the base, which is the seat, and then on top of it, you have the curved bone, the backbone, and then you have the chest and you have neck, right? The body is built to take the weight, natural weight. Only when we deviate from the natural weight is when we start feeling the strains. So your stomach, your seat, your bottom, that is straight. On top of it is your tummy and your chest aligned, and then your neck part of it, and then your head part of it straight. As long as you are straight, without straining, that is your natural position. You can sit in that position for a lot of hours. You must have seen yogis, you must have seen a lot of musicians who just sit without any back support in that position. So that's the natural, your body is built for that. And as long as you continue to sit that way, nothing will happen. But when you start slouching, when you start doing your support like this and all that stuff, then it is not the natural position for your body and you'll start feeling a strain. You might feel comfortable, but you'll not be able to sit longer. So for those of you who are not being used to sitting, you can slowly progress as you continue through this course. That is number 1, posture. We'll get into the posture of meditation. So anytime we talk about close your eyes and posture of meditation, you clasp your hands, you rest your hands on your lap, right? Cross your feet at your ankle, or if you're sitting on a sofa with your crossed leg, you can sit like that, right? And again, the ideal posture for your seat, the place where you are sitting, that should be on a bit of a higher, if you're sitting on the floor or on a couch or on a sofa, the place where you sit should be a bit higher than your knees, right? Your knees should be down. So if you have a cushion, just have a pillow or a cushion for your bottom of the seat. That is all. Your ankle and your knees or your knees should be at a level down. You may not have that. We have those meditation chairs in Valley as well. So if you're able to do that, that is okay. That will again allow you to sit for a long time. So that's a simple posture. The posture should be erect. And the erect posture is always required for even conscious breathing, even the right way of breathing. We'll talk about how incorrect breathing leads to bad posture. And because of bad posture, how does it lead to incorrect breathing? All right. So that is step one. And we'll take questions towards the end. And step two, I want you to observe how you breathe. Right? So place your right hand on your chest, place your left hand on your tummy. So I just want going back, place the left hand on your tummy, right hand on your chest. I want you to close your eyes and then just observe your normal breathing. So is your chest going up? Is your tummy going up? So feel how it is as you inhale, what happens, as you exhale, what happens. So observe, you're going to type in right now. So observe as you inhale, what happens? Does your chest go up or your belly go up? Your stomach goes out. Similarly, as you exhale, what happens? Does your stomach go in or your chest goes in? Just close your eyes. Just 2 minutes, just gentle, normal breathing. Just observe. Just observe it. We're not talking about right or wrong here. Just observe the moments. Feel the moments. As you inhale, is your chest going up? And as you exhale, is your chest going down? As you inhale, what's happening to your stomach? Stomach is coming out. As you exhale, is your stomach going in? Or you can say, no, I'm not feeling any movements. 30 more seconds. Wow. All right. So, my dear friends, you can relax. And can you just type in? Can you just type in where you're feeling? Are you doing when you breathe in nose movements for stomach? So are you feeling your stomach going out and in, or your chest going out and in, or both, or just your chest? Stomach movement goes in, out and in. Chest is going out and in. No chest movements, both. Mostly chest. Chest only. Chest out and in. You can feel my heartbeat throughout my body. Wonderful. Chest goes out and in. Both. Partly both. Wonderful. When breathe in, chest goes up, stomach in, and when breathe out, chest goes out. Okay, stomach less movement, chest more, chest goes out and in. Inhalation, just the chest expands, and exhalation, chest contracts, not much with stomach. Wonderful. So there are a lot of good practices and bad practices of breathing in the chat window here. We will correct that. Having stomach moving out of it. All right, friends, thank you. So relax. So let's quickly see what is the right posture here. Okay, so posture, I think I spoke about that. So that is the posture for meditation. And as I said, okay, so I had the visuals here. So this is the posture. This is correct. And ideally, when you are sitting, this part of your pelvis and your seat should be at a bit higher level than your knees. But when you are sitting on a chair, this is the right. When you're sitting on the ground, it's always better to have this at a height. I don't know whether I have the picture. So this is incorrect. You will not be able to sit for long times in this posture. You're right. The body is built for this. So your seat, your torso, your chest, everything should be resting on your pelvis. Okay, so now let us look at the answer to our question. What is right and what is wrong? The right breathing is your belly breathing, right? So today's biggest learning is abdominal breathing or belly breathing. As you breathe in, right, you don't do it consciously, but as you breathe in, your stomach should come out. As you inhale, your stomach should come out. As you inhale, your stomach should come out. As you exhale, your stomach will go in, right? There will be similar movements of the chest, which is different, but that is the right breathing. Wrong is chest breathing. For a long time, in fact, my posture, some of my postures also attributed to that. For a long time, I was doing chest breathing, right? So basically, because of some incorrect instructions during my exercise and all that, right? So a lot of us do that. So which is when you breathe in, you inhale, your stomach goes in, your chest comes out, which is the wrong way of breathing that contributes to a lot of illnesses and diseases, right? The right way of breathing is you breathe, your stomach comes out, breathe out, your stomach goes in. Right, so breathe in, stomach comes out, your breathe out, stomach goes in, and equally your chest. When you breathe in, your stomach comes out, your chest kind of contracts, whereas when you breathe out, stomach goes in and your chest kind of comes up, right? So why does that happen? So when we talk about belly or diaphragmatic breathing, we'll talk about what all happens just because of incorrect breathing. And then in these meditation courses, just by breathing right, even if you don't get anything else, just by breathing right, a lot of issues get solved. So when you inhale, so there are these lungs. So we have the chest and lungs here, and then there is a diaphragm and there is a stomach. So when you inhale, you take in a lot of air, your chest expands. When your chest and lungs expand, it pushes the diaphragm down, right? It pushes the diaphragm down and it presses your stomach, so your stomach comes out, just like a balloon, right? You deflate, you press on it, what happens? It comes out, right? So when you do a mouthful of breathe or a nose full of breathe, that's what happens. And when you exhale, right? When you exhale, the lungs contract, so automatically the diaphragm goes up. When the diaphragm goes up, you're just like you release a balloon, right? So the stomach goes in. So inhale, your lungs expand, it will not be shown. It is not like when you say lungs expand, it's not the expansion of your chest. The lung pushes the diaphragm down and your belly out. So when you inhale, belly out. When you exhale, belly in. That's the simple formula. All right. And so that is what we will do today. We'll just quickly get into like 20 minutes of just observing our breath. So today's practice is just observing our breath, just observing the way we are breathing, right? And before that, the way we are going to do is we're going to do a slow inhale, slow exhale, slow inhale, slow exhale. All right, so I will show you how to do that. No deep breathing, you just breathe in slowly. As you breathe in slowly, if you want, you can place a hand on your stomach. So as you breathe in slowly, you make sure your stomach comes out. As you breathe out, see your stomach going in. Don't push your stomach or just forcefully do it, right? So just breathe in. I need to do this. So just have your hand on your stomach, and as you breathe in, that's also no forceful breathing, no holding the breath. We're not doing that, so that comes later, right? And then you're not holding breath, no holding the breath. So just gentle in, gentle out. So this is called samavritti in pranayama. It's called equal breathing in modern anyway science, right? So equal in breath, equal out breath, right? So what I'll do is I'll try to, we'll just practice with one tool. Are you able to see a clock on the screen? Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to start the timer. You can just, you see this inhale and exhales out there, right? So as the inhale starts, you just slowly inhale. You can place your left hand on your stomach if you want, right, or both the hands. Just as you breathe in, make sure your stomach comes out. And as you breathe out, as you exhale, stomach goes in. That is all, right? So let's practice. I think this is a 3-minute timer. So for 3 minutes, let's do things. Yeah, 3 minutes. Let's keep watching. If the sound comes after a while, you can, if you want, you can close your eyes. Just a practice session, and then we will go into a deeper session. All right, friends, just sit in the posture. Hand on your left hand on your tummy. If you want, you can put the right hand on your chest. Then start your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Another. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale slowly, 5 seconds. Exhale slowly, 5 seconds. Inhale slowly, 5 seconds. Exhale slowly. One more minute. Feel your tummy going out. Exhale. All right, friends. Relax. So that's the simple equal breathing practice. This is called the quick relaxation technique as well. So anytime you're unable to sit in meditation, in fact, when you are going to take that very anxious telephone call, or you're getting into a meeting, or you're going to on stage to do a presentation, right? You can sit wherever you are, just do your slow breathing. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and then you can just close your eyes, just count to 5 in, 5 out, 5 in, 5 out. So 2 things we are doing: abdominal breathing, equal breathing, slow breathing. That's the third one, right? This breathing is called coherent breathing, and there is a ton of science behind how, as we reduce our breath rate to 5 to 6 breaths per minute, right? In this case, if you look at it, we are doing 6 breaths. The ideal is between 5 and 6 breaths per minute. You realize all kinds of physical and emotional and spiritual benefits. We'll talk about it later. All right. So, dear friends, 20 minutes, you're going to relax, just breathing. Observe your breathing. Let's do this equal breathing. All right. And for some of you who are finding it difficult to do 5 seconds, you can do it for 4 seconds, however much. But 3 things you need to do. As you breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly. No holding the breath, no deep breathing, right? So that is number 1. Number 2, feel your abdomen rising up, raising down, raising up as you inhale, raising down, going down as you exhale. That is number 2. Number 3, do your counting. As you count, as you do your breath, count 1, 2, 3, 4 in your mind, right? So there are 3 things that are happening. Your mind is occupied with your counting, so your thoughts go down. You're doing the right form of breathing, and you're supplying enough oxygen to your body for that 4 or 5 seconds, right? And then obviously doing the reverse. All right, friends. So let's get into, let's close your eyes, clasp your hand this way, get into a posture, sit straight. I'll play some light flute music for the next 20 minutes. Just relax. Any thoughts that come in, just observe, but return back to your breathing. I will continue to guide. We're just doing conscious breathing today. All right. And that itself will provide you a lot of benefits. You'll realize that. All right. So let's dive in. So close your eyes, clasp your hands, and cross your feet. Start your slow inhale. Continue to slow inhale, slow exhale. I hope you're able to hear the music. Just watch, observe your slow inhale, slow exhale. As you inhale, count 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your abdomen going out, expanding out as you breathe in. Feel your abdomen going inside as you breathe out. Feel the way your body is relaxing, just being with your breath. Slow, conscious, and measured breathing. Continue to feel your breath. Just observe your breathing. For those of you who said you felt your chest moving as you're breathing, now correct the posture. Feel your stomach moving out and moving in. Slow, conscious, measured breathing. If your thoughts are interrupting your counting, that is okay, you can restart. Do not stress yourself while you're breathing. It should be slow and easy. Count to whatever number you're able to do today. If you're able to do it only for 3 counts, that's okay. Feel the wonder of breathing. Do not feel stressed out. You should feel relaxed. Do not overstrain yourself by the counting or your conscious breathing or your posture. Take it easy. You should feel calmer and relaxed. We'll do this for 10 more minutes. Just be with your breath. Do not let anything distract you. The thoughts, the music, any noise in your surroundings. Return your attention to your breathing. Feel the joy of your breathing. Do not bring in any thoughts judging yourself. Oh, I'm not breathing right. I'm not able to do this. No analysis, no judgment. We are laying the foundation for living our lives consciously. The first part is about being conscious of our breath. Breathe consciously. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your stomach going out as you inhale. Be conscious of your counting. Do not breathe deeply. Do not hold your breath. This is the pace and this is the mechanism of breathing you will have as you continue to do your breath meditation practice. Wonderful. 5 more minutes. After consistent practice, this will be your natural way of breathing. We will talk about what happens when you breathe right. Wonderful. Feel your body relaxing. Feel your mind calming down because of your focus on your counting and being conscious of your breathing. This is a warm-up we're going to do every day for 5 minutes before we get into our meditation. Last 2 minutes of slow, conscious, relaxed breathing. Feel the way your body feels. Feel your mind silent. The right way of breathing is just abdominal breathing. Now, my dear friends, slowly relax your count. You can stop your counting. Relax your breath. Just focus on your stomach and let go of your slow breathing and return to your normal breathing. Just feel the calmness in your body and mind. Say thank you in your mind for your wonderful feeling. Feel the silence. Slowly relax your hands, your body, and you can open your eyes. You can place your palms on your eyes for a few seconds and slowly open when you're ready. So wonderful. So we've learned how to breathe right, relaxing. And we also learned one of the exercises for us, the instant or quick relaxation technique. This can be practiced by anybody, any age, anywhere. Just involves slow breathing, slow inhale, slow exhale. All right, we take up questions in a few minutes. So before that, have your questions ready. But before that, I just want to cover, as I mentioned, a bit of points on what happens? So, yeah, so why is there's this point on why are we going to use the breath as our tool? Why are we going to use the breath? Why does Patriji says breath is our guru? So there are different dimensions to it. But we all know anytime we are anxious, anytime we feel relaxed, anytime we feel joyful, anytime we feel sad, right? It immediately mirrors our breath, mirrors in our breath, right? Your anxiety, anger, enthusiasm, excitement. When you're excited, your heart beats faster. Heart beats faster, your breath changes. When you're sad, when you're in shock, when you are regretting about something, so there is a change in breath. So all these days when we've been unconscious of our breathing, so we let our emotions drive our breathing. Now, as we learn the science and art of breath mindfulness, we're going to use our breath to control our emotions. And that is why we are learning a lot more about breath, right? So by being conscious of our breathing, we can influence our thoughts and feelings. We can influence the way our internal organs work, such as heart and brain, as well as our bodily functions, our digestions and immune system. A lot of science behind it. We will cover that. So it's important to understand why the breath is such a wonderful tool. And what happens during breathing? And I don't want it to be a biology class. In fact, my daughter who's studying her 10th grade is learning all this in our biology class. So very simple, as you breathe in, you take in oxygen, you fill your lungs. Each of us have a wonderful capacity of lungs. And as your oxygen gets filled in your lungs, there is a blood circulation that happens through the aerols and different parts in the lungs. And impure blood gets converted to pure blood through the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And as you exhale, the carbon dioxide in your lungs just gets sent out, right? So that is the normal part. And as you inhale oxygen, and then there is clean, pure, energized blood going through your different parts of your body, your stomach, your brain, your skin, all your immune system, all your cells. Obviously, they get the right nutrients, right amount of oxygen, and the blood circulation happens. Life happens as it should happen. All right. So when we do not do it right, when we do not breathe right, what is not breathing right? When I slouch, my lung capacity is compressed, right? When I do incorrect breathing, suddenly inhale more, suddenly exhale more. So your body is not getting the right amount of oxygen, sometimes over oxygen, sometimes, right? And it's all imbalance, right? So the imbalance of oxygen for the tissues, there is deficiency in energy, you don't have the right energy going. So only when your digestive system gets the right amount of energy through oxygen, does it function fine, right? When your heart doesn't get the right amount of blood for it to circulate and pump, or it's asked to do very hard work at some times and very relaxed, and sometimes for most of us it's very hard work all the time, it is not efficient. Heart has to work harder. Teeth and face are affected. That is one of the important discoveries I found, just by not breathing right through your nose. That's another important point. Mouth breathing is a no-no. We see kids, we see a lot of people doing mouth breathing. Mouth breathing contributes to your malformation of your teeth, malformation of your facial features, right? And so that's a big thing that we need to move out from. Our lung function decreases, protein performance, stress increases. So pretty much what we are saying is ineffective breathing means there are a lot of misfunctions in your body. And of course, the way you breathe, when you start breathing right, you will observe that in this 15 days. We'll take you through right breathing and right mindfulness of breathing. So you will experience relief in any pain. A lot of people have come in and say their back pain is gone, their cervical thing is gone, their shoulder pain is gone, right? And stress reduction, you'll observe today itself, you'll feel the less amount of stress in your mind and body. Then as you continue to breathe right, your balance, your pH balance, your making sound, your physical strength, everything improves. So quickly, what are the characteristics of optimal and normal breathing? This is something this is today's takeaway. right? Number one is nasal breathing, mouth closed. If you feel that you're opening your mouth for whatever reason, slowly start practicing nasal breathing. All right. And not big breathing, deep breathing, as I said, slow, long, deep. That is the ideal. You may not get to the ideal today, but over time, right? And rhythmic, regular breathing. Again, as I said, most of the time, because of our emotions, we breathe irregular at different times. So slow and deep breathing. That means you are always in that calm state. Whatever happens, you're in the calm state, your breathing is going to be the same. Quiet, small, relaxed breathing, long, relaxed exhalation. I talked about the erect posture and your diaphragm. Allow your diaphragm to do the performance, the much of the muscular activity. I'll talk about it quickly in a minute. And your lower part of your chest expands, right? So this is what is optimal breathing. This is how you should breathe. You can go back and watch the video for what it is, what is the right amount of breathing. So impaired breathing is all that we've been doing, mouth breathing, shallow or chest breathing. When you say deep breathing, it's more your abdominal belly breathing. Shallow or chest breathing is your breathing from your chest, right? Rapid breathing rate. Why does it happen? When we become angry, when we become anxious, when we become tense, right? So that is what the breathing changes. Lack of rhythm, noisy, big breathing, tense, hunched shoulders, right? Short, forced exhalation, forward leaning, overactive accessory muscles, and only upper part of your chest expands, right? So this is all about, you can go through this checklist, what all most of the time we are, maybe today you'll probably take 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or all the 10 on the impaired breathing. Over time, we'll have to move to the left. And that is what we're going to do while we continue this class. So a lot of us, if you look at it, a lot of us have stress, and usually shoulder pain is associated with stress, right? Just now in the last 3 slides, we learned the theory. When we have stress, what happens? We don't breathe right, right? When we don't breathe right, what happens? You don't use the right muscles. Your diaphragm is the only muscle that is built for breathing. You breathe in, your diaphragm goes down, pushes your stomach. But more often than not, when you're doing shallow breathing, so you're breathing like this. So what happens? Your chest muscles are strained, your shoulder muscles are strained, right? The more you are in that, more you are tense, more you are anxious, you use your shoulder muscles, your neck muscles. Your shoulder muscles and neck muscles are not built for breathing. So you're laying more strain on that. And that is why you get shoulder pain when you're stressed out, neck pain when you're stressed out. And then you don't get the right amount of oxygen. That is what impairs all other functions, right? Same thing to do with your back. Anytime you're stressed out, you're not in a straight posture. You're slumped out. You think you are relaxed. You need some support, right? When you have that support, your lungs compress. You don't get the enough amount of oxygen. You start breathing through your body muscles rather than your diaphragm and your stomach. So these are all the different reasons for not breathing right. So as we continue to do our conscious breathing and breath mindfulness is nothing but, we will talk about that. Mindfulness is nothing but being aware of your breathing, paying attention to your breathing, and accepting whatever comes to your breathing. Mindfulness is attention plus awareness plus acceptance. We'll dive deep into each of these three as we continue to focus on our breathing. So tomorrow, we will talk more about what happens, what are the different things that happen as we breathe every breath, right? And we go into step 2 of our breath mindfulness meditation. Having said that, today you learned several exercises. The one most important thing is abdominal breathing. Second is equal breathing, which is your samavritti. That's what we're doing, right? So I would like you to do, before we get to questions, I'd like you to do an exercise at home or at your workplace. Just observe or tell at least 2 of your family members or your friends, ask them to breathe. Observe how they are breathing. Are they doing shallow chest breathing? Are they doing abdominal breathing? And then tell them the right things. Tell them why that is right and this is wrong, right? So talk to 2 of your family members or your friends, whoever, and you can also teach them the equal breathing. And I want you to, right? So with that, about meditation, what happens just by being with your breath. So we'll cover that as we go along. And so now that is the techniques, that is the practice, and that is the lessons from today. Do you have any questions on the posture, any experience sharing, anything that you want? We can do it right now. So there is a direct message here: is equal breathing always to be followed in meditation? So we will get to we'll get there. So equal breathing is just the warm up, right? We practice equal breathing for just the first 5 minutes, just to set our act right. So it's like when we cross your ankle at your feet. So I'll show you the posture again tomorrow. Any other questions? Anyone want to share? Exhale through nose only, yes. Inhale and exhale. So our regular normal, the meditation techniques that we learned today is inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. At some point later, we'll learn one breathing technique that means that's more to raise your hand. You can raise and ask. Can we sit on the ground? Yes, you can sit on the ground if you feel comfortable. If you don't, if you want, you can put a mat, you can put a cushion and sit on it as well. You keep on forgetting the counting part. Good. Welcome to mind wandering. So yes, so that is the thing that we want to get over. We will get over that. But the good thing is you are conscious that you forgot the counting part. Anytime you forget the counting part, you can come back to your counting. Should we take deep breathing throughout the day? When you mean deep breathing, it doesn't mean that. When you say deep breathing, it's just abdominal breathing. So your breathing should be normal, regular throughout the day. Be conscious. Today you can observe how you're breathing. Anytime you feel angry, how's your breathing changes? We learned all that today. So you can find that. Feeling sleepy at the end, no problem. This is your first class today. How many breaths are normal for a minute? There's no specific normal, abnormal. What scientists and yogis say is the ideal rate is 5 to 6 breaths a minute, right? So we will get there as people continue to do the practice of meditation, yoga, and different exercises. They will automatically get there.
Sir, there is
Please
one hand
illustrate how to
raise.
sit with the.
There is one hand raise from Sailesh.
Sorry, one sec. Yeah, Manusha. Sorry, I was not audible.
There is one hand raise from Sailesh, sir. Could we please?
Sure.
Sir, these slides can be shared basically, these presentations.
One sec.
So these slides can be shared, this presentation can be shared of this breathing.
What are you saying, sir? Live can be shared.
Can the slides and the presentation be shared?
Oh yeah. Okay, so we will share the slides at the end of the. Okay, let me see. We'll share the slides at the end of the course, right? But meanwhile, the recordings are available on YouTube, right, Shalini? The live recordings are available on Pyramid Valley YouTube channel. One side is something to do with. All right, so there's some issue with my audio, so I just removed my instant. Any other question?
One more hand raise from Sirisha.
Yes, sir.
Hello, are you able to?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful session. I've been in Anapanasati for some time, and I've always understood that having a pillow below my seat helps, but I was not able to really understand it until you told me the benefits, But really, if you can illustrate something more, as I've written in the chat, the layout, etc., and how it really helps you, it will be very good, for me as well as everyone. Yeah, that's all from my side.
Sure, sir. I'll try how to do that. We'll get that done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So natural breath. Okay, there are a lot of other questions in terms of the length of the breath. Right, inhalation in short and forced to hold it. So please do not hold your breath, right? And then inhalation will be short, sometimes exhalation will be short. All that is perfect. All that is normal. So we'll continue to go through each of those. I was feeling to stay still almost at the end means not feeling to breath. That was okay. I mean, that's what will happen at the end of it, right? You feel so relaxed and sometimes not conscious of your breathing. So we'll get there. They're all normal problems. Okay. So I think there are no more questions. So I think Manusha and Shalini have put the links on the chat window. So you can join the Telegram group. Maybe at some point, so we will share the link to the YouTube video. So you can go to Pyramid Valley YouTube channel and type in breath by breath. You should be able to see the sessions. And however, we will post a link to the YouTube video also in the Telegram group. So please join the Telegram group. The link should be there in the email that you would have got once you registered, or it is there in the chat window as well now. All right, friends. With that, let's conclude our session today. Please remember the exercise. We'll have a sharing tomorrow. So please do explain to a couple of your family members or friends. Check whether they are doing the right way of breathing. Explain to them what happens when you are not doing the right way of breathing. Maybe you can trace one of the problems that they have to incorrect breathing. And please feel free to share with your family and friends. Have them join this session. A lot more people. Group meditation always helps as we continue going deeper. All right. So with that, thank you. Thank you very much. And see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. People who have posted about the Telegram link, we have already sent the Telegram link on the email. Once you have registered for this program, you'd have received the Zoom ID. Along with that, the Telegram link was also posted. So through that link, you can join to the group. So already many members are part of the group. So please feel free to get back to us if you have any clarification to be made. And for all the online viewers, so you can find the registration link on the YouTube chat. So through that, you can get to know the Zoom link and also the Telegram link for this program so that you can keep getting the updates over the Telegram group. Thank you.
Be